Hi, and welcome to Cat Scratch Kitchen. If you've been on social media lately, it's hard to miss seeing the viral dot cake. People in Manhattan are currently lining up around the block at 6 a.m., waiting hours in the cold just to pay $11 for one of these single-serve sprinkle cakes. There's a strict 2-cake limit, and they sell out in under an hour. Here's a secret the internet won't tell you. The creators say the magic is in the childhood nostalgia. It's supposed to taste like a box mix, like a homemade birthday cake. So today we're skipping the bakery lines, going the easy route with a classic cake mix, and showing you the simple assembly trick to recreate this viral sensation right at home. Now, to help me keep sourcing ingredients and testing foods that you love, I just set up a Patreon as a little digital tip jar to support the channel. I love making these videos for you, and your support truly means the world, and it helps keep the Cat Scratch Kitchen cooking. And there's a link down in the description if you'd like to check it out and help support the channel. But for now, grab your apron and let's get baking. Okay, the first thing we need is a cake mix, cake baked. I decided you knew how to do that, so I went ahead and baked my cake. I'm using a French vanilla. You can use any flavor you want, really, because it doesn't make a difference. That's your taste. You want it completely cold. Now, I made mine yesterday and stuck it in the fridge, so it's really, really nice and cold. I'm going to set this aside, and we're going to make our buttercream to go on top. Okay, we're going to start off with making our buttercream. The one thing I will say is you can use store-bought can of frosting. Only thing I would suggest is that you take it out of the can and whip it with your hand mixer first. It'll make it a lot fluffier, a lot easier to spread, and actually taste a lot better. Now I'm making a half batch of my buttercream frosting, and the recipe in the description will be the measurements for a full batch. So I'm going to start out with some softened butter, and I'm going to mix this with my hand mixer until it's nice and light and fluffy. Okay, I'm going to scrape it all together a little bit. And you want to beat it until it's almost white. It has so much air incorporated into it that it almost is white. And it takes about 3 minutes or so. Okay, I could have easily used a smaller bowl, but this is going to work out fine. The butter's the way we want it now. It's nice and light and fluffy. Now we're going to add our powdered sugar, and you want to make sure that you sift it first so that you get rid of all those nasty lumps. Now, I'm going to start this out on low just so we don't get a cloud of powdered sugar. Now I'm going to add a little bit of vanilla and a little bit of cream or milk. And we'll whip it up again. Okay, this is just a little bit stiffer than I want, so I'm going to add just a couple of drops more milk. Okay, that's good. That's our buttercream ready, nice and silky. Now we'll start with the assembly of our cake, and this is the main part of the whole thing. Now you can use a little ramekin like this, any kind of little circle thing you have that you want the cake to be in. I found these cute little clear plastic dessert cups, and I thought those might be perfect. They're about the perfect depth. So what we want to do is we want to cut our cake just like this with whatever container you decide to use. I'm just going to press it straight down into the cake, give it a twist, and pull it out. And I'm just pressing it down in there so it's in good. Now, part of the cake stuck to the bottom, that's okay, it doesn't matter. You're going to cover this with icing. Now, the way the bakery does it is they make layers. They take this piece out, they cut it in half, put a layer of frosting in the middle. I don't think that's necessary with this small of an amount of cake. I mean, it's only like a layer. So I'm just going to put it on the top, and you're going to get exactly the same type of experience with it. Set my cake aside. We want to top it with some of our nice buttercream. And we put the buttercream in. It's really pretty generous because you want it completely flush with the top of your container, just like that. Now we've got a nice flat surface for our sprinkles. Now comes the fun part. Now here's my jar of sprinkles. And I have a plate that's got just a little bit of a lip on it. I think that's going to help a little bit with the bounce, because that's the thing you have, as you can see, that's the thing you're going to have a problem with these. You need to get down really low to the plate before you start to pour them. Otherwise, they're going to bounce all over your kitchen. So we're going to get way down here and let them come out. And you want a nice, good layer of them. Once you get a little bit on the plate, they don't bounce quite as much. This is where the magic comes in. I'm going to turn our cake over, go straight down, and press against your sprinkles. And then just come straight up. And look at that. That's perfect. Now we have a little bit of a rim around ours, just because I pressed. Let's try another one, and I won't press quite so hard. I'll go straight down, and I'm not going to press this time. Just going to lay it down in there. Now it didn't cover it quite as well as it did when I pressed it, because you can see a little bit of icing in between there. But of course you could go back as many times as you wanted to. Let's just kind of go around this way and see if that makes a difference. I mean, we're playing with this to begin with, so do whatever works for you. That's a little better. Now at this point, you want to set them in your fridge for maybe 30 minutes or so, 20 to 30 minutes, just so that the buttercream has a chance to harden a little bit. Then that's going to give you the little tap, crack sound that you get when you finally dip into this. And if you like sprinkles, you're going to love it, because you're going to get that crunchy, sweet taste that just kind of bursts all at once. Personally, I think it's like gravel. It's a little bit too much crunch for me. So I think I might like it better with like the elongated sprinkles, because they're a little bit softer and a little bit smoother. But this is the viral thing that's out there right now. And I think your kids are going to love it. They won't care if it's crunchy or not. And you might really love it too, because that crunch might be what you're looking for. Anyway, that's the viral dot cake. Easy to make, and definitely better making it yourself than paying $11 for this much cake.